Hello, everyone. Father Norm here, another time, sharing with you. It means so much for me to be able to have these conversations, even though I don't get to hear directly from you. Although several people will email me or text me about comments they heard from this experience. Today, I want to talk a little bit about friendship, the importance of friendship. For me, that is very personal because in my life, it's hard for people to believe this, but the only relative that I knew growing up was my mom. I never knew grandparents, and some people say, well, hey, you're Catholic, but I probably mentioned before, I didn't grow up Catholic. So it was my mom and I and my stepdad, and they were separated because he had a lot of issues with alcoholism. But from the very start, going back to kindergarten, and some of these people I still see, believe it or not, I've had good friends, and we've connected over the years. And I say that because I talk to a lot of, especially young people, who will talk about, oh, I'm on Facebook and I have 2,000 friends. And they're excited about that. And I'll ask, well, who are the ones you connect with? And some will say, oh, there's 5 or 6. Okay, good. Some will say, well, no, I'm too busy to connect with anybody. That's why I'm on Facebook. And wonder about that. Where do we share on that deeper level? Part of me brought this up because I just saw an article, maybe you did too, in the Beacon Journal about how more males, a higher percentage of males have died from COVID than females. And a lot of reasons can be for that, heredity and the physical, the masculine, the feminine way of bodies and so forth. But a big factor that they brought up was that men often don't get in touch with their feelings, don't maybe share their feelings, even sometimes with their spouse. And I thought about that, and again, I thought of how blessed I am to have many good friends. And even when I say that, sometimes I've had people say to me, especially who have a pretty key position. I've talked to a lot of people in business, and they'll come and want to talk about issues, talk about concerns, talk about their struggles, even leadership. And I'll say to them often, well, who do you talk to on a regular basis? And I've had a number of people, a good number of, especially men through the years, say, well, Father, no, I don't talk to anybody. That's why I'm talking to you. Well, I'm glad to talk to people. And maybe some people do need counseling, but sometimes some people, I ask them that. I thought, well, even with a good friend, oh yeah, I just need somebody I can be open with, somebody that listens, somebody that understands me and cares about me. And sometimes we don't acknowledge we even need that. And we probably have a great example from Jesus we need to see. He was the Son of God and could say, well, he didn't need friends. But a lot of times when I ask people, well, why did he have the disciples? People will bring up, well, he needed people to carry on his mission. Very true. But he also needed good friends. Friends with him to the end, obviously hurt and disappointed when they weren't there for him. But that reality is every one of us need to experience people in our lives that we can be open with, or people who ask how we're doing, not just on Facebook. Again, there can be a value, but even in a personal way. And also to be able ourselves to think of God as friend. God wants to befriend us. One of the best ways he befriends us is through the friendships we have in our lives. Just a couple days ago, I had the wonderful opportunity to have breakfast with the couple, and I've mentioned them before, Fred and Eileen, who were instrumental in my becoming Catholic way back in 1965 when we were seniors in high school and they invited me to come to church with them. And I did. And we stayed close all through college and through the seminary. And gosh, 1965, when I think that's 57 years ago. And we just went to breakfast the day before last. Just had a wonderful time reminiscing about our friendship, how we each helped each other along the way. They were supportive and prayerful to me when I was in the seminary, and that was kind of an adjustment. I was supportive of them when they went through some difficult situations, especially with children and grandchildren, and that support. And so I want to encourage you, especially all that we're going through now, the horrible thing in Texas, what happened in Buffalo. we need to be able to talk with people and share some of those feelings, get them out, believe somebody else wants to connect with us. When we hold those feelings in, even in our personal life or even something we read in the newspaper, I think they can end up having a negative effect. Many people have come to me, men and women, and just poured their hearts out. And I didn't even necessarily give them any specific guidance or counseling. They just felt better at the end because they knew I listened. They knew I cared. They knew if there was anything I could be with them or do for them, they were grateful for that. So all of us, maybe I've had people say, well, I don't have any friends. Well, here's a thought. If you want to have a friend, be a friend. There's many people out there who need that. And be a friend to Jesus and bring his friendship to others, that people can know they have not only a human friend, but they have a divine friend from the Creator who made them, who loves them, always has, and always will. Friendship is a sacred gift to give and receive. God bless you. And if you haven't talked to a close friend in a while, give a call. And if maybe you need to be more open to a friend, look around. There's so many people out there that can just use maybe just a listening ear and a caring heart. And may God bless all of you in all your friendships.